Hello everyone, Danthrax Games here, and today I'll be showing you the game Pot Farm High Profits, available right now on iOS and Android-powered mobile devices, or on PC using an emulator like Bluestacks. The footage I'm showing you today is through Bluestacks, so just keep in mind your mobile mileage may vary. So you're probably wondering, Danthrax, why on earth are you looking at this game? Well, High Profits is made by a local game developer to me called Eastside Games. They're based out of Vancouver, BC. I've always loved giving attention to indie devs, and with this team being so local to me, it just seemed like a really good fit. So then what is Pot Farm High Profits? Well, the easy answer is, it's a clicker game. Everything you do in this game will be completed with the left click of the mouse or a tap of your finger, and typically you try to amass some sort of digital currency to just insane amounts. That's exactly what you're getting here with Pot Farm High Profits. You left click to purchase and upgrade strains of pot, you left click to hire assistants, and you left click to customize your stash. You might also be wondering about the vertical video. I thought at first this might be due to my emulation of the game through Bluestacks, but no, I was actually wrong. After installing and playing on my Android phone, the game simply seems to only offer vertical play at this time. The gameplay mainly involves tapping to buy different varieties of weed. The varieties are tier-based, with early strains being cheap to acquire, fast to harvest, but worth very little. And later on, strains cost huge amounts of money, take forever to grow, but then reward the player with the biggest payouts possible in the game. Like most clicker games, Pot Farm High Profits will run in the background, meaning you don't have to babysit the game to continue advancing. Once you've played for a while, you start earning enough money that you can convert it into other, more useful things like fertilizer and other conversions, which will reward you with a greater multiplier on the total amount of money that's coming in. If you trade in $1 decillion, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, a decillion, you can get a piece of gold. With 10 pieces of gold, you can buy guano, which fertilizes your favorite strain, increasing the profits of that particular one by 777%. With some strains returning billions in profits at each harvest, you can see how quickly that boost can begin returning the player a much larger payout. Okay, so let's take a moment here and talk about microtransactions, because High Profits includes several that you'll be encouraged to use by the game. First off, there's advertisements that the player can watch for an in-game boost. The boost lasts 4 hours and doubles the profits of all your strains. This means you get a tangible advantage for subjecting yourself to extra advertising. It's your time being traded for a boost. It's totally up to you as a player whether you want that boost or if you're willing to wait a bit longer for the cash to come in naturally. Next up are the more traditional microtransactions, which come in the form of a premium currency. Players can buy gems, which will reward you with the ability to skip forward in time, giving you all the cash you would have earned over that period, or to earn permanent multipliers, or to do a puff-puff claim without starting over. A puff-puff claim is a feature of the game where you essentially trade in everything that you've done so far for a permanent multiplier on your next turn. It's kind of like Next Game Plus in RPG games, but applied to the clicker genre. As you can see, gems do give you the ability to apply huge boosts to your profits, but with gems costing about 10 cents give or take of real-world cash, it's up to you whether that money is a worthy purchase. So is Pot Farm High Profits worth your time? You know, it's really easy to determine. First off, how do you feel about clicker games? If you love clicker games, chances are you're going to enjoy High Profits. But if you can't stand them, it's very unlikely this title is going to change your mind. There are some redeeming qualities to High Profits. The art style is a good fit for the theme. The trimmers, who are virtual assistants you purchase to automate harvesting and provide boosts later in the game, have funny names and pictures playing along the usual stoner tropes that exist. You'll have the assistant with dreads, the old-timey stoner, the wacky auntie, and pretty much anyone else you might meet at the smoke pit of a Grateful Dead show. High Profits manages to be cute while also pushing the boundaries. There's nothing outright offensive about any of the gameplay, art, sound, or actions the player takes, but at the same time, you are managing a digital grow-op. and I'm sure some parents won't be thrilled to find this on their child's phone. Since I mentioned the sound, it would be nice as well if the background theme had a bit more variety. The tune that plays in the background is inspired by the game's theme, but otherwise falls into the genre of elevator music often found in mobile titles. There's something about the tune that really reminded me about Tiny Tower, and although that might be good in some ways, this is a very different game. It should be giving me kind of a different vibe. So what do you think of Pot Farm High Profits? Do you love clicker games, or you just can't stand them? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and hit like and subscribe for more content in the future. I'm Danthrax, thanks for checking out my video, and I'll see you again next time. You know, one thing about clicker games I've always really enjoyed is coming back like 2 weeks down the road after you've totally forgotten about the title and you log in and you have just like infinite currency, just more than you could ever imagine working with. It's just the greatest feeling in the world.